Yeah.
What's up, guys? This is part 2 of this Teens Talk episode. And, yeah, any questions?
Yeah, I'd like to know, so when you approach your characters, how do you dissect your characters? How do you break down what direction you want to pick?
She helps me. What I do, I read it, and if there's something, I have questions about, I ask the question. Like I said, she helps. She's just like, make sure you ask questions, da-da-da-da. And I ask the questions, and then they give me, a clearer meaning of my character and what the person is about. And I write down things that, that the character says or does, or their actions, or that's kind of what.
Did you research any similar type characters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because I'm wondering, when you at your age, and the way you view things is different than a lot of older folks. So when you look at something, do you basically get a feel for it from just the visuals of it, where almost like judging a book by its cover, or do you try to figure out what the inner part of that person is, like, if they're really sad, or they're into a type of self-destructive behavior, because those are really deep roles to play. Most folks, when they audition, they do the sad stuff. I hate that. If you ever come back again, I'm like, do something upbeat. Show me how you can be happy, something else, because everybody does the crying scene.
Right.
Show me that. And that's the one thing when I cast, I ask you to take the character I just gave you and do it 3 different ways. That's how I know I can work with you. That means when we're working and it's not working, I say, I need you to change it. And you can change it. But if you can't change it, we stuck. Can you change it? Have you had a chance to incorporate your singing yet?
Yes. We went to the studio, Mr. Brandon. I did a cover to Diamonds.
Oh, okay.
And then I think I went with like 5 other girls, and then we did like different covers. We did an Ariana Grande song, No Tears Left to Cry, and then we did a Beyonce song, and that was really cool.
So what do you think about the videos and the shows that are geared towards your generation right now?
What do I think about it? Some of them can have a negative effect, to be honest, if I'm being really honest. Some of them can have a negative effect to my generation because we watch it so much, and they have a lot of profanity. I'm just like, watch your profanity, like, don't do all that cussing and stuff. My mom, she does not allow that. Hallelujah. She raised her kids right. I'm just like, but not all of it's bad. Some films can teach us a lesson in life about, to stay committed or to follow your dream, different things like that.
She had actually landed a role in a play that she ended up quitting, and I didn't realize that they wanted her to do some profanity. Like, you want to tell them about that part?
I forgot what the play was called. I was really excited about it. I got the audition. They gave me, the lady, she gave me a cold read. She said, can you do a cold read for me? I was like, yes, ma'am. So I grabbed the paper. She was like, you killed that cold read. She was like, we want you to come back next week, da-da-da-da. We were working. I played one of the R5, which were, Rebel 5. And what happened was we were running through a song, and there was the A word in there. There was the B word. I was just like, oh, no. And I didn't say it. She was like, oh, then she stopped. She was like, guys, cut. She said, do you think you can say the A and B word for me? I said, no, ma'am, I cannot. She was like, why? I said, because my mom wouldn't allow it. She was like, well...
But it's not just me, though. Is that something that you want people to start using you as? It's like, once you start portraying yourself a certain way, that's what the world is going to want to pull from you.
But she was like, but we really need you to say this. But I'm like, I'm not saying this. She was like, well, you probably won't get the job. I said, listen, I know. And I went back out to the car. It was the end of rehearsal. And my mom, she was like, what's wrong with you? I was just like, they want me to cuss in the song. She was like, oh, no. I was so glad, because I was like, if I was on stage and if I would have said those words, she would have been looking at me like, I know you did not just cuss.
Yeah.
So I quit.
There's a really strong drug culture in the young ages now. They glamorize taking Molly and drinking cough syrup and
I've noticed that.
All that, and I don't get it. I thought, I didn't even say when I said I don't get it, I make myself sound old, but I don't get it. I don't understand what that's about. And they seem to think that it's the norm. And I see so many, how do you call it, mental issues with a lot of things. So do you have a hard time interacting with a lot of your peers?
If I'm honest, when I used to do, real school, I'm virtual for the whole year right now. Mom would tell you, I had like only 3 to 2 friends at school. And I didn't even go out, like when it's breakfast time, when they would have, people go out in the cafeteria. Mm-hmm. She would tell you, I did not go out. I didn't. I stayed in the room to myself. I don't have a lot of friends.
I'm like, Johnson, go socialize. She's like, I'm good.
I'm good. I stayed right in the room. And, I would just hang out with them every chance that I got, but I didn't hang out with them at breakfast. I was just like, I'm not going to go out there right now. Mm-hmm. I don't really have a lot of friends at school.
I think it's kind of tough for her, not because, I know she keeps referring back to me and her dad or whatever, but Jocelyn is very picky on her own. I don't know why she's trying to lay all the blame on me. But she is very, very conservative when it comes to a lot of things. She doesn't really carry herself like a lot of the young ladies. She makes sure she's covered her body. She's just very, her personality, she's a little old lady stuck inside of a young person's body. And so when she said she has maybe 3 solid friends that she associate with, and they have the same little personality.
No, now 2.
They're very conservative young ladies. They're smart. They're intelligent. They're respectful. You're not gonna hear either of them cussing. They make good grades in school, so it's like that's her little niche. That's her little people, and that's who she is. And so
when you said, an old lady trapped in a 16-year-old, there was, because I cover up I don't like to show anything. Even Mama, she was like, wear a dress, might have like my back. I'm just like, I don't want to wear that. It feels weird. There was this one time I was wearing, like a dress, and I had on some tights underneath it. And there was this one girl, she was like, Miss Joseph, your daughter's starting to gain weight, and she's starting to look good in her shape. My mom, she was like, she's always been good looking in her shape. She just doesn't like to show her body like that. I was just like, that's so true. I don't like to show, no, I'm not about showing everything.
And that you, at your age, those shouldn't be an issue for you.
Right.
Those are industry stuff. But like I always tell people, there's ways to get around things that they don't have to be so broad. Right. Now, I can't lie. I have a mouth on me because I'm an ex-Navy and I was raised on the south side of Chicago, so I know some things. But I still don't like making other people uncomfortable. Right. So I deal with where I go. I always tell folks, you need to be a chameleon wherever you go. Mm-hmm. So when I'm around people that I know got a lot of bad issues or whatever, I'm all right. I mean, you do what you do. And I don't have to do what you do. And I don't have to be a part of anything that goes on with that. But if I have to be here because of this business or whatever, let's just take care of business. I can roll. One thing I've never been is a follower. I just never been that way. I couldn't even join the fraternities or nothing because I just don't like people telling me I can't do something because they don't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm not cheap. I'm a person.
Right.
And the one thing I think I admire about your situation is that you have a great mom, but that you understand what your talent is. And see, when you know your worth, you can perform at your worth. And people will notice that. Because like I said, when people say negative things,
I'm just like my dad says, let it roll off your back like water on a duck's back.
Because people always got a question. I watched was it MTV? And you see, if you watch MTV on those shows, the camera moves a lot. So I showed somebody my first show, and he goes, man, the camera moves a lot. I said, you don't see that when MTV and everybody else do it. Why you got to do it when it's my stuff? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, man, you can do the light. And then so we watch somebody else, and I'm like, that stuff ain't mine better than that. But they critique me because they know me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but you'll accept anything from them.
Right.
So I learned myself, forget it. I showed the guy one of my shows, people was cracking up. And he looked at it and he was like this the whole time. And then when it finished, he goes, that's pretty funny. I'm like, you ain't smile one time? He goes, yeah, if you into that stuff.
That's how like the VIPs are. They will sit there, their faces are completely straight. But in their mind, it's like, this kid is crazy. This kid is like...
I do that too. I do that because I don't want you to judge what you're doing by me.
Mm-hmm.
I even do the puppy thing. I see you. Go ahead. And they're like, you don't see me. I see you.
But in your mind, you're just like, what in the world? Where did you come from?
No, actually, sometimes I do it because I want to see if you get rattled. Because there are things that happen within the workday that you got to be a snapback from. And you got to, as an actress, you're going to always have to be in control of how you bring your character forward. So almost like Denzel Washington. He does the Stravinsky method, Whereas he has to encompass himself in that. He can't even be around his family the whole month he's filming.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to call him by that character the whole time he's there. He don't break character. It's the whole time he's there, he's that character. Because he believes he has to live and breathe that person. So the other people believe, I forget the name of the system, but it's you do it in the moment. That's hard. Now if I tell you, and cry, you go, cry. You can't just, well at least I can't. Just jump
She
up and
can,
cry.
I can't.
And I had to get a few thoughts there and then get it, and then be like, okay, but there are certain times that you're going to come out of character. The key is to show that you are in control of what you have, your emotions, your talent, and I already know you're confident, so that's good. But the key is when you get all that together and you know your worth, don't let nobody say nothing about what you got. Like, okay. Because I had somebody, a lady, I was going through my emotional stage when me and my girlfriend broke up, and I told a lady to take over these next 2 scenes. She rewrote my whole script. So I'm so sad moment come back on set. I go, where'd that come from? She goes, oh, I changed. I said, change what? She goes, oh, I rewrote it. I said, who told you to rewrite it? She goes, well, you were busy crying in your cup, and I was out here with them. I was like, all you had to do was do what I gave you. Just give me the script. Man, I was like, you know what? Time to put on my big boy pants. I can't sit here and cry about this woman I thought I was in love with. I need to get my show done. And I had to go back in and rewrite my whole script because she had changed the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
The whole thing. And I was like, wow. And that's why I say sometimes, now she may have came in and said, do you do it this way? Now I'm back. And I'm going to say, do it this way. And you were like, well, Lord have mercy. I'm jumping around here from place. You got to be able to pull yourself into that moment as need be. And, hey, do what you have to do. Go after that thing. A lot of folks look at their acting as what is it, like a living tool. Like I said with Denzel, once you put it in, it's in you. I did an abuse role on Fatal Attraction. This is the week after I broke up with my girlfriend.
Oh no!
Yeah. And the director, and this is no joke. I go downstairs. We were up in the dressing room, in the dressing area, getting makeup done, and they were downstairs. We're in the house. So I'm supposed to beat up my girlfriend, chase her son, try to kill him. So he goes, I come downstairs to get my bag, and I heard the director around the corner like it. He goes, yeah, that guy Charles, he's a nice guy. I just don't think he's gonna be able to bring what we need today. It's gonna be tough. And I'm like, I heard that. I went, no, you didn't just say that about me. So I go up there in the makeup, and my co-star goes, you all right? I'm like, think to myself, oh, he wanna know what, he wanna know if I can bring it. And I'm thinking, I just broke up with my girlfriend a week ago. I get angry at me. So when he got ready to do it, he says, all right, Charles, and decided to say, okay, Charles, give it what you can, and let's go ahead and roll it. I'm like, the way he said it was so demeaning. I was like,
right.
Hey, really? So we went through it, and when we did the first take, he goes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. And so my co-star says, you can rough me up if you want. Should have said that, because now I'm be screaming and hollering. So I did the next go. He goes, yeah, and then she looks at me after the second take. She goes, you're scaring me. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, he said I couldn't do this role, so I'm bringing up all that. She said, you're doing a good job. And then the guy who's supposed to play her son, he goes, yeah, you're scaring me too, because you chased me down the hallway. I thought I was supposed to take something. Come here, I'm going to kill you too.
Oh, gosh.
I just knew that it had to come from somewhere, but by him saying that he didn't think I could bring it, just fired me up more. Yeah, here we go, dog. And even my mom goes, I hate watching that episode. Because you're not like that. I was like, I know, Mom. It's a TV show.
When someone tells you you
can't,
when someone tells you you can't do, you're just like, oh, okay, I got you. And then all of a sudden it's just like,
That's it. Flex
you
and
dig
go on.
deep and you find something even greater.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, to me, like, when we did acceptance, I didn't think I was going to be able to kill my mom. I was just like, you want me to kill my mom? You want me to kill mom? I was like, okay. But then when we were doing the scene and, she was getting all mad and everything, that hyped me up. I was just like, okay. Odette is because she was playing Odette at that time because her personalities would switch.
Okay.
So she would just be like, at 1 minute she's just like, oh, I love you, da 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 da. The next minute she's slamming something in my face, throwing me on the floor. And there's this one scene, I was eating an apple. She comes up behind me, slams the cabinet door shut because I got a cup out of there. And she was like, you think your daddy's going to come back? Da 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 da. I was like, he didn't leave because of me, he left because of you. And then she pins me on the floor, and she's on top of me, and I'm just like, get off me, and I choke her, and I was.
Oh man, that was
like,
deep. Yeah, that was deep.
Yeah.
Every day, that see, like I said, able to pull that out when you need it is a good tool. And I think that well, just a little hint. My show that I'm writing now with my partner called GMA. It's like a fame / what's the other one? Glee type show. But it's with some kids in a private a little academy, which is the Georgia Media, which is actually what it does. It teaches acting, writing, production, all that stuff. So yeah. So what we did was we said in order to hype up her business, because my partner's bad. She's something else. But 2 master's degrees in the entertainment, script writing and all. She got her own business. She's the one pushing me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's one because she can say you keep letting money go by. I'm like, I just don't feel like I'm getting tired of hustling so much. But it's thanks to her, she's pushing me out there to do more, and things are rolling. But that script itself, with us writing it, we have characters, and that's one of the ones I want you to pop in on.
Hey, that's awesome.
Okay.
I want you to pop in
Yeah.
on. So like I said, we 3 scripts in. We still got 5 more. We finish up, and we hope to be doing everything by mid-February, reaching out, getting schedules.
Okay.
Just keep us
I told you I was gonna get you. I told you I was gonna get you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it. I don't have any more questions.
Well,
Thank
I
you for
enjoyed it.
being here.
Thank you.
Being a part
I
of
am so
Teens
comfortable.
Talk. Yeah.
Well, we will see you guys on the next episode. Stay tuned and have a happy new year. Yeah.
This is
Peace.